Hello, it's been so long. Oh geez, sorry if I'm really loud. I've been doing some testing with other mics, so that might have thrown off some volume. Hello, it has been 4 months. 4 months. Not on the dot 4 months, but pretty damn close. But I'm now back in the fray, and yeah, February and March were very busy months. April, I wanted to come back a little sooner, but ended up not having a time. But now with current IRL situations with jobs and stuff, I have plenty of time now. So I'm glad. So then I can actually, sit streaming in without stressing too hard. So today we're drawing up some VGen examples because I have a VGen to do commissions with. I have not done a single one yet though. I have them all closed at the moment because when I was off social media and like basically when February hit, I got like really sick for a while and then had to house sit, and there's no way I could be near my computer. So I made sure to close them. But I want to reopen them soon. So I need to draw some examples for additional services that I have. So all I have is emotes and Minecraft skins. So I have half body skebs that I want to do, or like half body surprise me things. It's just if you don't know what those are basically where you give the artist the references that you have and they just go wild with it. You don't go get any updates. You basically get the final product in whichever quality they do because some people do it fully rendered. I think mine is like a render or just color. I'm not, I'd need to look because I don't even have it up. So I have some things that I want to do. So at least for a little bit, I don't know if I'm actually going to fully finish this. Um, I have my one of my characters, Lupus, who I have is originally based off of a freaking Roblox avatar. But I've been working on this for a little bit, and then I have a drawing that I want to do Cortana as well. And while looking up references, I totally forgot that Cortana is a level in Halo 3. So while I'm trying to look up Cortana Halo 3, it ends up just bringing up the damn level and people having problems with it. I turn myself down just a tiny, tiny bit. I do have a new mic setup, but I have to adjust it because it's all mono mics. So I'm either going to be in the left or right ear and not both. So I have to fix that before I start using them. But it is better quality. I just have to actually adjust those settings first. Thank you, B-Town. Oh, I forgot to put any music on. My bad. It's been so long. I've been drawing in silence a lot. Da 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 da. Oh, it's down. 'Cause I don't know how loud some of this stuff's gonna be. It's been a while. I use this while drawing a lot. I gotta turn this down for myself because that intro just hurt my freaking ears. We'll put it right there. Actually, before I get too far, I actually had a song I want to take out of here that I remembered the title of. There we go. Now it's gone. It was a Genshin song that then had like a bunch of super loud trumpets in the middle, and it got really annoying to have to hear. So this character's eyes he's a very monochrome looking character, which is a little challenging compared to the colorful people I usually have. And his eyes are black, and I was just gonna fill them in, but I want to actually have them look a little better quality. So what colored? Oh, why do I have that? I want him to have more of a. I need to pull up the reference photos that I got. I have it on another screen. I wish with this program it was a little easier because like some will have it like in a little box corner where you can have them up. At least I don't. Freetime might have that, but I just haven't used it ever. I need this guy to have a little more of a half-lidded eye effect, because he's supposed to look more cold-hearted than he does here. Basically, I'm gonna carve out the eyes right now. Actually, that looks okay for now. I think it looks better that I, like, carved it out a bit. When I color it, it'll be that way, and then I'll render it so the eyes look more live. Alright. Do need this. I'm so glad I screenshot the avatar, because, like, I've doodled up this character before, but I didn't have all his jacket details, so it looks very blank. And I'm trying to not do that. And if the music does ever get too loud, feel free to say so. I feel like it shouldn't, but some of these are very different levels, and some of them are actually too quiet, because I have Minecraft music in here, and sometimes it just starts out really quiet, or I barely know a song's playing. I think same with some of the, like, Halo songs, but that's more in ODST, because ODST is... It has some good music, but some of it's kind of somber too, which then makes it play a lot quieter. So right now, with the purpose of, like, the green lines, this is me. I normally don't do this, but when I do sketches or kind of like line art before I fix it all up, I'll do it all colored and stuff like this. Just kind of with the different parts are all different colors. And so what I normally don't do this, but I just kind of recolored over it, which, oh shoot, I just realized I'm gonna have to, no wait, we're good. Okay. So it's kind of more so that I have some color put into it for more like a planning stage. And then otherwise, all these lines is just like the body layer. Oh wait, that's not the right thing. It's just a body layer, so. Of course, some of this will get all colored over and whatnot, but I still keep it here in the line art, and then I'll go back and erase it once I see all the color. But yeah, it's just for the planning stage, just kind of to outline things. Normally, I would just I wouldn't even, I'd like skip the sketch phase and go right to just like kind of making everything line art and then perfecting it. I did a little different this time though, because it's been so long since I've truly drawn. Like I've doodled some stuff in between the months that I was gone, but not too much there. And before I completely stopped streaming for months, I was actually gonna do this little draw a ferret challenge with all of Ferret Software's ferrets. And then I didn't do that because I didn't really know how to, or like I hadn't drawn ferrets in a really long time. I've doodled some recently, and I might pick that up at some point, but once I get more consistency. Because I don't want to just accidentally drop it again. And they have more ferrets now, so I will have to like make a new wheel and add a bunch of them. Yeah, hopefully the final product will be, you know, good. It'll have a lot more detail, but some of the stuff is going straight in different phases because Lupus, so he's the in the story I kind of had him in, he's a demon of envy, so like one of the seven sins, envy. And I kind of have him being more like a very like plant person, and so this is mostly due to like this is based off a Roblox avatar. So when I made him, I put a bunch of like flower decorations all over him, And so I'll be adding that after I finish all this because it's gonna go all over everything. So it kind of will kind of block some stuff out. Okay, now I have to do the pants, and I was meaning to look this up, but I need to look how a belt is gonna be properly done. Because I don't draw belts that often, and like this right here, this looks awful. Like, I will fully admit this does not look good. Also, this pants line is like not good. Usually, like, sometimes people will like use references from themselves, but I don't have a belt. The only belt I have is from a pair of cargo pants I found at like Ross or something. And the thing is, it doesn't have like a normal like buckle for the belt. It's like a little like clip. So like you click it in like you would a freaking seatbelt. And that's what it is. I like it, but it is definitely not what I'm going for here. So it doesn't really work to be a real reference. I'm also really glad Stream Elements started working. It's usually a problem on YouTube, but I even when I was streaming, I didn't stream as much on Twitch, but I'm so glad it just insta worked. That's gonna be a problem when I go stream on YouTube later on Monday, but we'll deal with it. Once I get back into the frequency, then it'll be fine and the bot will work. I would, but he's busy. Don't know what. But usually once I'm in streaming, I pretty much lock into my room. Which also means I always have to eat before I stream, which is a good idea anyways for anybody to do. Always eat before you stream, otherwise, like, you're not gonna have a fun time. But I have snacks if I need to. I have Cheez-Its. I think that belt already looks better than when I had it. So, looking up a belt, like, is super simple. Just trying to find one that isn't, like, that's actually on a person. There we go. So otherwise, you just look up belt, you're just gonna get a, like, bunch of examples in, like, shop stuff. Like, no. Okay. And this makes me want to play Minecraft. I still need to finish building a mod pack I have. I very specifically... Should the top of the pants be there? Yes. Just have to make the belt... Like, there needs to still be a difference between the... There doesn't need to be, but... There should be a good difference between the pants. Though it's really hard how pixelated all this looks. Do this in a different color. Because normal belts are very square. But then you kinda almost gotta do it in like a bubble letter fashion. At least that's what I'm doing. Yeah, this part goes over top. Other part will go under, so we don't even like see this line at all. And I know some of these colors are probably really confusing. Wait, why is it? Oh shoot, I need to redo that because I accidentally did it on the wrong layer. I'll fix that in a moment. set to actually going through to connect everything. Here we go. So glad I've been in such an art mood lately. And damn, this is hard to see. I'm gonna turn this off for now. It'll make it a little bit easier. Having the belt black, like, it meshes it in, but here, we can go for like a darker gray. Ah, it's still pretty. Well, because this is the line art part of it, it's fine. I usually do the line art darker than the actual color, so. And I really want to play Halo. Take this part. I do wish some of the stuff wasn't so pixely, but it is, I think, from this program and or like other qualities, because the screen is plenty big. It should not be an issue, but it's always like this. But this is like a free program. There's limits to everything when it's free. So, this color now. I mean, a lot of art programs typically have layers and stuff. Yeah, I've used Photoshop before, but I'm also not willing to pay for it. Most art programs, I mean, even now MS Paint has layering abilities. It's so weird that MS Paint has done that now, but some people legitimately use that as their chosen art program. And I see a lot of good art actually come out of it. Do most belts have that weird feature? I'm not gonna do that feature. It's not on all belts. There's like a weird like loop thing when the kind of end of it flares off. And let me do a little further out because we're pretty close. I mean, my MS Paint art is pretty but it's also like I don't work in that program, and there's a lot more limitations to that because it's just coming with like base windows. I've seen some people do some crazy stuff. I haven't seen it in a while, but now I'm gonna try and draw a little more of the pants part of this because like to help make a distinction with the belt, you gotta draw a little bit of the top of the pants. And when I say you gotta, I'm just really more talking to myself. I'm no expert in this. I think you can tell. See other. Yeah, it's also harder with like this color palette of his. It's pretty much all monochrome. Besides what the horns are supposed to be, and then any of the flowery details. He's very monochrome. So it just makes this really hard to see. Turn this back off. Especially because I'm also not used to doing belts, so it's not as visible. My face is like so close to my tablet. I also have a few other things that I'm wanting to draw for different stuff. I want to like make more PNG tubers, but I need to get back into practice of it because I was gonna do one for like Christmas, and then I was absolutely like, how do I do this again? I do want to make a new one though for to more match what my 3D model that I'm home making will come out as. With that, I pretty much just need to get on Blender now. I mean, I've been saying that for months, so. To make like 2 elements, what I need to do. And learn all that, and then I need to mess with the VTubing program that I'm using for the tracking, because VGen actually has like Twitch connection for like all the like redeems and stuff to like, I don't know, throw items at the person, all that jazz. But one, I don't have that set up, and two, I need to set it up at some point, even though I can't use it yet, because any point redeems are affiliate only. Well, affiliate up. Actually fix this part. Is the other side missing too? Just a tiny bit. That belt doesn't look half bad. That's one of the better ones I've drawn out of the few times I've ever drawn one. Oh, huh, yeah, I still need to draw his pants. Get this man some pants! Also need this. There we go. That's and look at some of the details that are actually on the avatar itself. There's kind of some extra details I can add. I don't want to give him such a plain design, but this is also more his normal attire instead of more like a royal or demon lord-esque. I'm trying to get better at like not feathering my lines where you do like this, and try and keep it more consistent, but then it's always an issue of pen pressure. Other little details. the line about the same length throughout. It's a little tricky with how thin it is. I had to double check that I'm doing this on the right layer. Now, look up something else. Maybe wearing a jacket over top of it. I guess this would fit more as a vest. And I think what I'll do is I'll actually put like a collar stripe or something right here instead of trying to line art it in, because I think that would get a little messy. Ooh, I could add his tail. I didn't even think of that. He has a tail. He does have wings, but I'm not really doing those, and I don't have that part of the avatar selected to see. Okay. So I can fully delete this layer. And now... God, I'm gonna have to bring up Roblox, aren't I? No, wait, I have another drawing that I actually did of him. And of course I didn't include it in there! Okay. So... be warned, I will have to open up Roblox and then instantly mute the avatar creator. So, more like a sound warning. It's not loud, but it'll interrupt this music, so. Because sadly, it just insta-plays the music. I'm at the ready so I can pause their music. Boom, done. And actually, I'm gonna turn off my sound completely on Roblox. Okay, his tail. Okay, that isn't too hard to do. I'm gonna do it all in gray first, but his tail like goes from like a black base to white. So base tail would actually start about here in his body, like in the backside. I'm trying to like justify the length. Little better on the arch, and this pen's a bit. This part we aren't adding in at all. It's just so I can like visually see the whole tail. actually. Shoot, I need to actually... 'Cause I need to make the, like, this part of the tail actually smaller. There we go. Alright, and we can erase this part. So now we just need to do the head of the tail. Actually, sometimes for certain elements, if I want them to like make sure they look even, I'll just pull out the symmetry tool, make the little whatever I need, then drag it over. I've pretty much at this point been also drawing hands on a separate layer too, so I can draw them out as detailed and big as I need to, and then actually fit them to the body. I found it a lot easier, actually. It's more like a spear shape. I need to actually zoom in for this. A little bit there. Okay. Alright, that looks about right. There we go. Pixel. There we go. Actually, that we can do. Control-E, merge it down. There we go. Now next, I at least want to get the color done. However, I do need to check my VGen. and see if I said it was gonna be like rendered or what I was gonna do. But I do not remember. Illustration and rendered artwork with minimal background, so simple color. Okay. So okay, I am coloring and rendering this, but just like the background don't matter. Just a simple color. It's fine. This will be the color group. I'm gonna make the render folder already. If I sound a bit tired, it's because I am. But I'm trying not to have it affect stuff too much, so I'm trying to keep the talking up. Hold on just a second. I have a call incoming. So I need to check on that. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I did actually have some coffee before this. Some iced coffee, so it's kind of meh, but some coffee nonetheless. What was I working on? Oh yeah. Now I have to turn off some of these layers so I can actually see what I'm working with here. I haven't actually had a hot coffee in a while. Actually, no, I went to, we have a Dutch Bros near us, which is kind of like a coffee place. But I've had one hot coffee there recently. I tasted more milk than actual like a hot coffee, so I don't know if I really count that. Okay, I need to make this paler. Lupus is pale. He may live in hell, but he just hangs out with his plants. He don't do much. He's not out there fighting wars. He's very much indoors or in his garden. And I just realized I never unthickened some of this line art. So I'm gonna trim it up a little. I'm really gonna do the pieces I'll actually show, so it looks like pretty much just his chin. Usually I won't draw it this thick, I just happened to on accident, and then I forgot to fix it up. I have some Twitch emotes made, but you have to be affiliate to do that. So you have to have the whole 50 followers at the least. Streaming on different days isn't that difficult, nor is, well, for me at least, that whole getting a bunch of people to chat at the same time, like 2 or 3 chatters. But the follower thing is my issue at the moment for trying to get affiliate. Otherwise, yeah, you just need to have affiliate, so that base part of it, and I already have some made. I definitely want to make more though, because I typically end up using those emotes for, like doing the promotion post for stream, and I have like only 5 to rotate through. I need some more variety. But I also like need, you know, more practice because that's one of the services I want to provide with commissions, so, you know. Should practice that. I do have some ideas, I just haven't actually done it yet. Okay, I think that's good. Because the rest of this, like, I'm probably gonna end up erasing the whole top of the head, so it doesn't really matter. I'll still color this in. Just realized I stuff. Is that all cleared? Yeah, once I get affiliate, I'll be having some emotes in here. I've made some other emotes for other channels. They just haven't streamed as often. Or actually, one of my friends has recently, because they're both friends. But every time I'm not able to catch his streams, which sucks. Yeah, I do have my own. I just don't have anywhere to use them besides promotional posts, and I have like only 5, so I need to make more. I do. What I'm wanting to do though, like I try to make a lot of my assets myself because, you know, being an artist, and so then trying to like push myself to mostly do all my stuff. However, I think for any animated emotes in the future, and I don't know if you get one base affiliate, but I do want to commission out animated emotes. Besides the fact that I don't want to do it, like the animating part, I just think it would be cool to actually have some stuff that is also not made by me. And depend on how I could use them on Discord, but one, I don't have a server for them. And oh, I guess I do have Nitro for a little bit. I got gifted Nitro for a tiny bit. Otherwise, like, if you don't have the Nitro, this is not useful. I don't even know how many days I have left of Nitro, either. Probably still a good another 2 weeks. That's about it. I'm not really willing to pay for it now, especially with my current money job situation. I don't really want to spend like $10 a month on Discord Nitro. I may use it a lot, but I still feel like it's not... If it's not a necessity or providing entertainment like streaming services such as like Hulu and stuff, then I don't find it worth it at the moment. And I found some pixels that need to be eliminated. But when I get a much more stable source of income, maybe I'll, you know, spend the $10. I can, yeah. It's just because I won't have Nitro for that long, so I don't see a point in doing it now either. I can show you them later, though. Actually, I think I put them on a sheet somewhere. I'll have to find it. Usually I wouldn't color this much in the lines, actually. Usually I tend to just explode the color and erase around it, but I'm actually coloring within the lines. Yeah, I definitely want to make some more emotes, and I'll probably end up making one more PNG tuber before 3D model or to accompany it, just for like when doing collab stuff, so there isn't so much stuff in the way of like the screen. And I say collab very loosely because I have no clue who I'm gonna collab with ever. To like just play games. But so then I can have anybody else's little avatars or Discord reactives, whatever's up. I'll probably make another PNG tuber. One, because also this one doesn't match anymore. Oh, I just realized the mouth on this is staying up really long. How can I fix that? I forget how I fix that. Maybe like this? No. Okay, I don't know how to fix that. I haven't messed with this program in a while. And I've been talking so much, the avatar's mouth just keeps staying open. But, I no longer have a low ponytail. So I need to make a high ponytail version, and I might do a ferret ear thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do that on a homemade model though, for the like full 3D. So I might just leave that for when I can ever purchase one from somebody else. I have an artist in mind, but it's just that stuff is expensive, and that's gonna have to be like a birthday gift to myself for me to feel justified in doing it. But I also like, especially if streaming or any of that stuff isn't really taking off, I wouldn't suggest for anybody to ever like make that sort of big purchase in hopes that it's gonna get you anywhere. Like, I would more do that for a gift for myself or a celebration of like, oh, we made it this far, and like this is like a consistent little thing to do and to like earn or have any traction on. This tail part is so weird looking. Do I make him paler? Is the question. I can make him paler. Just making sure to cover every little pixel. I miss a beat. Yeah, for like a little redeem mode or something, I want to definitely in the future have something that like how people will have like a cat ear thing or whatever. I'll probably do like little ferret ears, which are more just like rounded ears anyways. Okay, now I can turn this way the heck down. Make sure to label. I might only get to the coloring part of this. I do have stuff I'll need to do later today, so I can't stream forever, but, you know, you gotta get one foot in the door, so at least doing something today, and I'll probably continue this on my own. I think for a lot of streaming stuff, unless I'm, like, actively making it a series or something, any art or whatever, it's just gonna be jump in, jump out. It's not gonna be really completing stuff like I was doing with the Farina, because then I don't ever get around to it. You know? And I think it's better to have the mindset of like, I'm just going to do all this, I'm just gonna like do all this, and if I just happen to stream it, that's what happens, but otherwise don't make it what you're mainly doing, because then otherwise you'll only work on that thing whenever somebody else has eyes on it. And who knows whenever you'll get it done. So I ended up finishing that Farina piece on my own. That was right before I pretty much got really busy and stopped drawing for quite a while. I think I also have to fix up this hair as well. I think there's some like gray coming. Which mainly means like, oh, just select the color, just go over all the line art. It's just a layer lock tool, so I'm just making sure to only get these pixels. Just to make sure everything's the correct color. Just in case. Go. Alright. Now I'll get to do my normal coloring, which is pretty much just you put down a splat of color or kind of just erase what you don't want. I only do this with certain things though, like doing any body color or hair. I typically won't do this with clothes though. It sometimes really depends on the clothes. Oh, I probably should close Roblox at this point. It's just gonna yell at me otherwise. Like, oh, been gone for 20 minutes. Now you're disconnected. Ooh. Like, yeah, I know. Oh, shoot. Wrong color. Very, very locked in. I think the only real changes for now between this time and last time I streamed is I have one new screen that I never got to show off that I made just before I got sick, got into house sitting for a bit, back to back, blah blah blah, all the busyness. And I will make sure to remember to show that off today. I do have some other stuff I need to make as well another time. Just for all the channels and stuff, I need to make a proper banner. I don't have one. And I was looking like, oh, I'll commission someone. For the amount of stuff I really need, it's a little too much. So it's like, okay, never mind. I'll just make it myself. I think most things I'll probably end up commissioning out, besides like a full model, super duper duper in the future. 'Cause who knows when that is. It will probably be anything animated, just because I don't want to do it. So any animated emotes, I will in the future. I'll make sure to like properly credit because those will most likely not be my own. I can animate, but damn, is it a pain. Just because it can be so tedious to make sure all the movements like very fluid. So sometimes you just don't want to do it. And I just realized how unclean these glasses are. I've cleaned them so often, but they never stay clean. Glasses cleaner, using Dawn soap. I get like one day of clean glasses, and even if I'm not working, boom, unclean glasses. There we go. Whenever I was actually doing the line art for that, I was really trying to make sure that I got any stray pixels. When I've been getting back into art, I've been trying to be better about actually like cleaning up things a lot more properly and not just leaving it because, oh, nobody's gonna notice or, oh, it's only for my use, so it doesn't really matter. Like, you gotta also treat your own art with some quality control. I definitely want to make some improvements in my art style though, but I have to like first even get fully back into it to then really be like, okay, so what do I want to do here? And all this line that they're showing through, it will like get erased later. I just typically do that when I'm done coloring, but before I start to render things. Continue playing ODST. I was going through to try and get all the audio logs. I honestly don't remember where I'm at. And doing some of the playlists for like easy campaign, normal campaign, just to get those achievements aside. Achievement hunting in Halo is very tedious because a lot of it is just play the games over and over and over. Or do this super specific thing. See some stray pixels. I have to take. Yeah. They're super itty bitty, but they still bother me. Go. Oh damn, we've been streaming for like an hour. That's pretty good. Probably only go for like an hour and a half today. It's good to get a step in. I have stuff I need to do around like 4 p.m. So in about less than an hour, and I probably should eat beforehand. Just a little bit of something. Not too much, because I'll have dinner soon enough, and I have to plan what I'm doing for then, too. But we can get a good chunk of coloring done. I don't know if we'll get to the clothes, but the clothes are also pretty simple. It's just what we're gonna have to do is because his lab coat, we might be able to do it a light enough gray and not just white. Because he's still monochrome as it is. I might just go with a super light gray if it works. Otherwise, I might have to like make the background transparent to like fully see what I'm doing, you know? Or turn a different color too. Which turning your background a different color also just really helps to see where other stray pixels or unfilled gaps are. It's like one of the few things I've taken away from the art school I did a bit of. Which really, that was for grayscaling stuff, but you know, doing it any color, even if it's not gray, does help to spot stray pixels. Almost done with the hair. Getting better at spotting these stray pixels. Face, okay. Yeah, it's gonna look a little weird since the line art's poking through it, but it's colored. It's colored. Otherwise, just to make sure that's not the right layer. Kind of just make sure. We'll be able to more quality check it when we actually erase everything, just to see what other pixels might accidentally be standing out. Label everything so I remember what I was doing. Alright, now we should be able to do... Wait, did I put the horns on a separate layer? I did. I'm gonna keep the horns on a separate layer too. For now, at least. Actually, I think I need to make this line art like way darker. Not way darker, but his horns are very much supposed to be like, you can tell it's a bit green and not black, but it's still really dark. Like from afar away you couldn't tell. It wouldn't matter. I actually did some little dips in the horns to make it look more segmented and less like, I don't know, less like a very easy shape or something. I don't know what I'm trying to describe. I want to make it like actually look like I put effort into it. Yeah. I haven't done too much coloring, but I'm trying to just fix up these horns a little bit. Made them a bit darker so then when I do the actual color it can be alright. But so far it's pretty much, yeah, he doesn't have the clothesline art on, but we'll do there. But I only really colored the body and the hair at the moment. A lot more of like any of the rendering shading is gonna bring a lot more pop out of it. So I'm trying to like do coloring more as like this is just a base color and then we'll go off of there. And now that I actually fixed this, gotta turn these ones off. The tail is part of it, so I'll have to do that too. Yeah, I want to like figure out how to do hair a little differently, but I haven't put in my mind exactly what I want, so can't exactly pursue it if I don't exactly know what I want. Oh. Wow, are my glasses that dirty that I can see better without them on right now? That's wild. Okay, I'm gonna take... Here we go. That's a little easier to see too. Actually, wait. Horns are pretty much a copy and paste of each other. There we go. Mirror the color. Should work. Yeah, I'll need to clean these before I go anywhere. My glasses. Luckily, I don't really, like, need them to, like, see. Like, I'm not blind really much. It's just astigmatism. So, lights and reading kind of suck. But I do like to read, so... That's the only way I even found it out. I actually need glasses, too. Read too much. I just realized it's not mirroring. Oh, that's why. My bad. I so blinked out on that. I need to actually have it, you know, in the middle. Okay, that is in its middle. Alright, we're good. Just trying to make sure. I can see close. I can't see super far, or at least, like, I can see it, but sometimes I can't read, like, as well, or it feels like my eyes aren't focusing even if I can read it. So I know my vision is still pretty good, but it's not 2020. So. Ah, okay, I see this is still slightly off. I must have moved them around, but it's still saying, like, on the other layer, like, oh yeah, that's the middle. No, it's not, apparently. So. I'll fix up the coloring once I turn on the hair outline again. I at least want to get the horns done. If I don't get to the face. And there we go. Alright, now I just need to... Hold on a minute, something's bothering me. You just fix the line quality a little bit. There we go. At least it's a little bit better. Woo! That's not what I meant to do. Alright, now to actually turn on the hair outline so I can make sure to erase the color in the proper places. And there we go. Just a time. I guess that piece of hair actually would not show. So, didn't realize I drew a piece of hair for nothing. Yeah, it's fine. When I see some color that needs filling in here. Just a little quality control. Okay, that's all good. any other spare okay, this piece actually stay here. We can do the face real quick. He doesn't really have that much color in his face. It's fine. And then I'll already make the layer for the clothes. Stupid glasses, man. Just gonna take them off right now. Here we go. This is gonna strain my eyes just a little bit, but must be done, must be done. It's there. Now I gotta find out which layer that is. Yeah, I kind of thought it was that layer. So the thing is, his eyes are pretty black, but I'll do them like a super dark gray. Then the rendering, you know, we'll give them some shine. There is life in them. That he... Anything with his lips will also be there. I just realized he's crazy pale. I know I made him pale, but damn. He's paler than me. But I also like being pretty pale. I don't really like having a tan, but the only tan I really have on is my arms. Just from like any yard work, really. So I used to do a lot of yard work. Get some extra cash before I could get a job. It's almost super hard to tell the difference between the white of the eyes versus the skin. But, you can tell. Its background wasn't so bright. Alright, we're gonna pop the clothesline outline on him, because that's what I'll have to do next. But so I made some pretty good progress today, mostly in coloring and just finishing some stuff up. I think the belt detail actually looks pretty good compared to anything else I've done for a belt. I'd say it's pretty alright. An improvement of sorts. So now we're pretty much gonna have called it there. I have stuff I need to do. I'm definitely need to eat. It is a very short stream. I mean, compared to what normally people do. But we're gonna just call it here for now. We at least got a step in the door of actually doing any streaming at all. So next time we stream, I will be streaming on YouTube on Monday. We'll be doing some Windcraft if you would like to join there. Otherwise, the next Twitch stream will be the same time, starting time 2 p.m. CST, for just more art, really. So here is the YouTube in case you want to join for that Windcraft stream. I typically have done a lot more games over there, but I will be trying to bring some more games over to Twitch as well. Here is my Twitter and Blue Sky, which I will typically have the schedule on, and or just when I'm live streaming announcements, that kind of business. And I'll make sure to share the screen that I have this time. We're not going to do a raid, mostly because I really want to show off the screen that I made before I got all sick and all busy. But I will see you guys another time. Monday or Tuesday, whichever it is. But I will see you guys there. I hope you all have had a happy stay in Haven, and it was nice to see everybody again. Bye bye!